Let's do an announcement, dude. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
This whole journey, this career arc, this
True.
been leading up to
This moment. This is it.
this moment.
This is it, dude. Today's guest, I'm very excited about. I'm very excited because the last 6 months I've been watching very jealously on Instagram. That's right, he's fresh off the plane from New Zealand. DJ Zesty, Andy Lehmann. Clap him in. Dog, hyped to have you on. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Can you do a short introduction? I'd love you to do a short introduction. How would you define yourself? It's actually a really good question because it's like, I would say you're up and coming. You're a very exciting watch for me.
Thank you.
Seeing you out in New Zealand was very exciting. Obviously, I ride with you lots over here. Dirt jumps.
Yeah.
But what would you define yourself as a mountain biker?
I don't know. Like, started off like dirt jumping. I mean, mainly just like pottering around the woods in like Swinley.
Swinley local.
Swinley Forest local.
Oh, you're Swinley local.
Swinley local.
Still now?
Yeah. Well, I just moved back in with the parents after getting home. So
Okay.
yeah, haven't been back there since. But
Okay.
Tough contrast. Real tough contrast.
A little bit, yeah. Dream track to baby makers. Like,
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I'll go back at some point. It's pretty fun, but yeah, that's like where I started. I just like had like a hardtail for a while. Like,
So you actually started riding mountain bikes in Swinley Forest?
yeah. I just had a jump bike, and like I couldn't afford like a proper mountain bike, so I had a jump bike, and then just rode down like downhill tracks there.
Yeah.
Well, I say downhill tracks, like slight
gradient
gradient tracks, isn't they?
How old are you?
24.
24,
Living life,
eh?
dude. Honestly, watching
Young gun.
your Instagram whilst you've been away, it's just like watching. It's like something I can't do. I can't be that young and free now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
you're annoying.
Queenstown living. It's like at some point in the year, in the winter as well, when it's as rainy as can be, just your Instagram feed fills up with all these Queenstown shots.
Yeah.
And you're one of them, making me jealous.
Sorry, bro.
Unfollow.
But I don't know. Yeah, you can't lose, I suppose. But yeah, no, it's like quite a long time away from home. But I don't know. It's also like I know like I won't be able to do it forever. So
Well, yeah.
I guess.
Absolutely killing it.
I guess.
So how did you
Get it
get
done.
into biking, man? Like, what's your story with
Just like pottering around the woods with my dad, and I don't know. I think I was always like into like extreme sports as a kid, and they weren't like very like accessible a lot of the time, like motocross and stuff. Like, wasn't allowed a motocross bike, or we didn't have money for fun stuff like that. So I don't know. Skateboarding didn't work. I was no good at that. And then, but mountain biking, you just go down a hill, hit a jump. Faster you go, you will jump.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It will work. So I just that sort of worked for me, and then just started like, I don't know, learning techniques, I suppose, just off people. And
When did it go from Swinley to dirt jump spots?
when we got bored of Swinley, to be honest with you.
How can you get bored of Swinley?
Yeah, good question. But
I've
no,
never
we
been
just
to Swinley. Like, what is? Like, there's probably a lot of people listening as well who are, laughing along, but they might not even know what Swinley is. So Swinley Forest.
point.
What is it? If you could describe Swinley.
So it's basically, it's got like a big like blue trail loop that's about like 10 kilometers long, but
Right.
like the stuff we all kind of gone there for has like a downhill section, and it's like got like 4 or 5 like legendary old trails from like, I don't know when they were built, like maybe 2000s.
Where there's
early
the Wilkins Leap, dude.
The Wilkins Leap.
But probably people screaming at the speaker, they've heard of it from across the globe. The Wilkins Leap is in Swinley Forest. Do you know what? Swinley's actually great though. It sort of becomes memeified because it's just a flat patch of ground with some small trails. But it's really good, and it's always busy with people riding there. It's great fun.
Oh, for getting you into it, it's like unreal.
Loads of progression.
Yeah.
And then off-piste
Yeah.
stuff as well. If you.
I don't know.
used to be,
They're
right?
they're pretty on it with stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
these days, but yeah, like the ceiling might be like a little bit low, but like the floor's like real low. Do you know what I mean? So you can get into it really easily.
Yeah. And you did.
Yeah. It was good enough for me, and like Preston still froths it, doesn't he?
Absolutely,
You
king
know.
of Swinley. Yeah,
He is the king of Swinley.
I went to Madeira and I was like, "Do you want?" I was with Preston in Madeira and I was like, "Do you want me to film some clips?" And he's like, "Honestly, there's not really much point unless it's at Swinley." Swinley just creates viral content for him.
Is that right?
No way.
Yeah, he was joking, but kind of serious.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He does manage to come up with some cool stuff that like I've not seen you know, before.
Yeah.
You know, and I started riding there probably before he started riding there. I think he was instantly good when he started riding there. It was unreal. But
So you learnt everything on a hardtail. You think that helps a lot?
yeah, probably. I reckon. Yeah, it's just like pretty. You're just quite naked on it, aren't you?
It's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like not as naked as you are on like a BMX, but like I think maybe I was a bit shorter when I was younger, and like mountain bike was too big, couldn't do enough on it, and then BMX is like too twitchy, so like jump bike was perfect middle ground, I think. And then as I got bigger, the bike stayed the same, and you're still kind of used to the same bike, I suppose. So, and I was like forced to ride that bike as well, so like just going down like rooty tracks and stuff and just having to stay on the pedals, you know, it's like it's not ideal, but it's like I guess it was pretty good. I mean, the trails aren't that gnarly, but like it's probably pretty handy, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So what were the first set of dirt jumps you moved on from? So let's say we're coming from a flat trail centre place with some good jumps, but they're not doubles necessarily. They're not like tech.
Nah.
What was the first place that you ventured
from
from Swinley?
Like we had some woods like not far from my house, like probably like just I think it was just across the A30 from Swinley Forest, and then we like built some stuff in there, and it was maybe not very good. And then we met with some friends who were making some cool stuff, and we wanted to be cool like them, so we'd help them building jumps. I don't know if do you remember the M3s? Maybe M3 jumps.
M3s.
They were like sandy jumps. Like
4A.
Nah, it's down the M3. Like I think junction 3. It would have been 3A.
M3 3A.
But
3A.
Yeah, something. It was around there, and it was they were pretty cool. And then actually we had a pretty mean set near my friend's house, George's house, called Cathy's. We called it. A bit of a spoof on Cattywood trails,
Nice.
Pennsylvania, But they were pretty mean. They were like down a gully and like went under some trees, and they got pretty big. Took us years to build those. But yeah, everything got knocked down.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Everything got knocked down. Yeah.
Council stuff or
Well, it's all like
private land.
we got pretty good at knowing like who owned the land, and we would like be like, oh, can't go there. MOD are gonna knock our jumps down, and then the Queen's gonna knock our jumps down. That's on the Crown Estate land, and you know, and then you get to know like where stuff is and that, and then you get smart about it, and then someone still comes and knocks it down. But
When you were digging those, did you ever think you'd be digging? Because you've just dug natural selection, right? The course.
yeah.
Did you ever think that's kind of the origin story of your digging? Is on like Swinley
sort
land and
of.
like next to the M3, and then it's much the same as me, to be honest. I've never thought that piddling around in tiny woods would ever end up getting me anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It was like, I guess, that one just sort of came about like through a guy called Emerson. I don't know if you met Emerson in New Zealand?
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
I've only been there once for 5 days.
True. Yeah. He's a bit of a sort of local legend to Queenstown.
Right.
I think he worked with like Kelly McGarry like back in the day and stuff, and like obviously he worked for Elevate as well, and sort of he just said to me like, "Oh, you're coming back to New Zealand this winter? We finally got the plan in for natural selection. Do you want to help?" And I was like,
That looked like an insane build. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it later, though.
Yeah,
We're still stuck next. You're not getting over there yet.
No,
you're
true.
still stuck next to the M3 in the rain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
Did you always dig from the start? Because I feel like there's especially your generation, there's two different sides of it. I feel like you got your bike park who don't really dig, and then you've got the opposite side of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I think like I probably started riding about like doing jumps when I was like 10-ish, and then like I'd go with my dad, and I'd get I was allowed 3 runs on the gully before
remember
he
the
would.
gully, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember the gully?
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. Tabletop's about that big. It was brilliant. But I was allowed 3 runs, and he would say, he was like, I'm too cold now. We need to carry on biking. So I was allowed 3 runs.
Yeah.
And then
what tricks
from
did
there,
you fit in those 3 runs, dude?
Oh, no, it was just big cases, bow legs.
Okay,
like,
we're at that point.
Yeah,
in the story.
that's the point. Like, honestly, seat bounces off lips,
nice.
that kind of stuff.
Pretty nice,
Yeah. But and then like later on when I got a bit older, like 12 or something, started going out with mates and stuff, just like around the estate, just bombing around. And then not long after that, probably like maybe I was like 13, 14, like already done some one-handers at the gully, and now it was time to build some jumps, I think. So it was just like building originally. I think we always like just loved like looking at like watching dirt jumps, like, you know, like watching Seminat videos and all.
See, this is cool as well because you've like come up in that generation of having access to all this content.
Yeah,
so you actually had stuff to look at. Yeah, whereas I feel like we didn't have that really, did we?
I don't know.
We didn't have it though, did we? We had a picture in a magazine of like, that's roughly what a jump looks like.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
I really looked at that picture like hard.
Yeah.
I was really looking at it over and over.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
really valued the content that you could consume.
Yeah.
Whereas
Joking
you've had
aside,
way more, I would say, than probably we did.
Yeah. Dude, you were part of it. Hey, it was the how to whip with Olly Wilkins video.
Nice, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rad. That's cool. So it's cool. Yeah, it is interesting though to think that you had that as inspiration even, let's say 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like Instagram was a thing. Like, I don't know about you. I was probably posting on Instagram 10 years ago. Meanwhile, you're like 14, 15.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably only got on it like when I was like 16.
Yeah.
No, probably before actually, but I just can't remember.
It's
but
mad, isn't it, to think
Yeah.
so you actually had access to that content and you could get inspiration, where genuinely I don't think, I certainly didn't. Like when I first started digging, we had a BMX track by us which got turned into dirt jumps basically, but it was all just, I think, like trial and error.
Oh
like,
man, it's slow learn, isn't it?
I think that looks about right, yeah. And then you build another one that don't work. Then you,
yeah, right, that's a bit of a kick.
Yeah, exactly.
What can we do to stop this?
Exactly.
Like reverse engineering, like you're trying to work out why something will have that physical effect on you. Why am I going over the bars?
Your mate has to break a couple of collarbones, and you're like, okay, we're going to change that one. But that's kind of, I don't know. It's just so interesting to think.
Yeah.
It's hard because you've not known any different, but
yeah,
it's interesting to think.
It's
that
definitely like YouTube for me, like as a kid, like it was huge.
Yeah,
I think we had one of the first mountain bike videos I ever watched was like Seasons, that like last segment at Whistler, like legendary segment, and I watched that and I was like, it's unreal because it's bike park laps but Cam McCall's doing tricks down it. So like to me, still that's like. I want to be able to do casual tail whips in a bike park. That's like the dream. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sick. So we had some amazing stuff to watch, and you didn't have to pay for it. You know, I think you had to pay for the whole film, but that 4 minutes was good enough for me. You know? Like, that was wicked.
That's so interesting to think.
So you're next to the M3. You're watching people in Whistler. When was the? So you had some success riding contests, right? Dirt jump contests.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not. Yeah.
When did that start, and what did it look like?
So that started pretty soon after building jumps all the time, and then them getting knocked down. I think it was more so when I started to drive. We could then go to S4P, and we made some friends there. Like, and it was wicked. You could just like crash and just try stupid things, and like, you know, just like not really have to like worry too much there. Like we were like building like maybe like steeper trails and stuff, and like trying to be like steezy, and then it was more just
sand ones that
just
you can just send
sand ones that are like just a pile of dust in the summer, and you just try tail whips, 360s, whatever, you know, and sort of got into that. And I think it must have just been the freedom of driving. I could like just suddenly go to an event if I wanted to, you know, go to a Dirt Wars event, and it kind of like started through Dirt Wars, really. Just like went to the amateur events there, and it was wicked.
So Dirt Wars isn't like a a series that gets a lot of props, or, you know, doesn't necessarily get the front page of Pink Bike necessarily. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it doesn't necessarily. But it's really important to have those things in place.
For sure.
Cliff's done an amazing job at keeping it going, really. And
for sure.
I think a lot of people would be very thankful to him, because it seems like quite a sort of thankless task in some ways, organising those things.
Yeah. It's like from when I used to compete there, like it's like a little family there. It's wicked.
Yeah.
You'll remember it as well. You go to like every stop and it's like the same 30 people. You might have a few extras or whatever, but it's like you're all pretty close and everyone's pretty stoked to be there, and it's and everyone's like just got the same screws loose in their head. Hey, like, do you know what I mean? Some are like more nuts than others, but you're all pretty nuts. Hey, like.
Do you think that you have to become somewhat successful in that side of the sport, you have to ride contests?
Well, see, I don't really ride dirt wheels so much anymore.
No.
Because I don't think I've got enough screws loose.
Okay.
Like, I think...
It's really crazy high level, isn't it?
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Right.
And like, to get to a point, like I watch, like Jake Atkinson now, who I was riding the same dirt wheel stops with. And... he's like just on another level, and I've like had sessions with him, and it's just like he'll have a slam or like whatever, and it's like fun, like so much fun for him to like have a crash and get up and try it again. Like, whereas I've had those sessions where I've like not thrown like the second bar spin in a like double truck driver, and you're just there like staring at your bars, and you've done 10 of them in a row where you've not done what you wanted, and you're just getting angry.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a slam doing something else, like, like I used to do like double whips and stuff, and they were horrible on your ankles, man. Just like absolutely horrible.
So would you say you've decided contests aren't for you?
I think I'd like to dip back in at some point.
More casual approach.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it depends. I think I just like enjoy a little bit more, just like flowing through the trails, like. Doing a few spins, a few backies and stuff, like, don't know, trying to feel like comfortable and like stylish, like sometimes it's kind of, you can get some stuff together and it's like a bit, you get by on the skin of your teeth, but it doesn't make you want to do it again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think, you got to have
at that point in your life, contests, like learning more and more tricks was the most important thing.
Like it definitely, like, it felt good to like, you progress a little bit and you've learned one new trick and you're like, dude, like you think of like, say you've learned a 360 tail whip and then you like imagine all these pro riders who go, oh, I saw them do a 360 tail whip when I was a kid, and I was like, that was the bomb.
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing ever. So like for me, it was actually like a flip whip. Like when I landed that, I was like, dude, like that was the banger. When I was a kid growing up, that was the big banger, and I was like, and I've done it. So it was wicked. But it's now, like, even to do a flip whip now, it's like not really any easier than it was.
Right.
So to land it once is one thing, and then you've got like, say you want to land it again, it might take 5 more goes the next time you do it, and then it's like, to then get it again, it might take 3 goes or...
No, 5 more shinners, aren't they?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Cut up at the back of the leg. Or...
Yeah, exactly. And like sometimes you just die. You just slip a pedal and your foot goes under your front wheel and you just get bodied onto your, like the back of your head, and like, not to put anyone off, but like, do you know what I mean?
But that's what you've got to do consistently to be at that level.
Yeah, so to be able to get it every single time and then go to a jump that you... like aren't used to, like that might have a buck in the takeoff, do you know what I mean, or might be hard to clear or something. I think it's like ridiculous. Like I don't know how the boys do it.
Very impressive, isn't it?
It's unreal.
And I mean like the if you think of like a Crankworks stop, you kind of watch it and you're just watching the tricks. It takes your eye away from actually how big those jumps are. Like they're really very big now. Like professional slopestyle courses are pretty crazy, just courses full stop, let alone all the tricks you're doing on them.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, like imagine like cramming that into like just like one.
I can't begin to.
Yeah. Like I was at the Rotorua stop this year and like watching those boys, it's like unreal. Like I mean, like I rode with them, just did like a few backies, few dump spins, but like, you know, like watching like Tim Bringer was unbelievable, man.
Really,
you know,
yeah.
Unreal, just full on robot. Hey, just couldn't believe what I was
Big
watching.
dude as well, isn't he? How tall is Bringer?
Oh, 10 foot. He's huge.
I don't think he's 10 foot tall.
10
I don't know,
foot.
like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, he
something
must
like
be
that. He's a
6'5",
tall
I
dude.
reckon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and lots of style as well.
Yeah.
There's like the meanest 3 T-bogs over the spine into the whale tail, like goes higher than anyone. Like it was unreal.
So when you were doing the contest, who was killing it at that point in the UK?
That point,
Jake.
Jake Atkinson,
Yeah.
and then we had Jordan Clark riding
Okay.
as well. I don't know if he's still doing it, but he's again like such an alien to come from like scooter riding.
Oh really?
Yeah, he got into like jump bikes. Like we met him at a skate park, and like he wanted to get, like, I think we were like, oh, do you want to have a go on this jump bike? And he's like, first thing he does, like double bar air on the quarter pipe.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And then he started coming to the stops, and he was killing it, just
Right.
doing double flips on jumps this big. Like it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I wonder where all those scooter kids did go. I think a lot of them went into BMX, right?
Yeah, I think he's killing it on the BMX. To be fair,
A lot of them went BMX because that was, I mean, around this sort of time, 10 years ago, 10 years ago, was like the scooter kid generation, I feel like.
What does our Willie do? What I'd never get about this is like, what does he do if he just wants to go for a ride? Like we've just been for a ride. It's very
Yeah.
easy. We don't have to really like. It's
No.
not too stressful, is it?
No, it wasn't
Bang
too
some
stressful.
turns. Like that's like a nice
Yeah, you're right. I know. Yeah,
lunchtime ride.
yeah.
What do you do if you're our Willie? Like what's your just like quick? Oh, we just went for a ride. What does it even look like? You go to some massive airbag and do.
It's so true. Yeah.
Like it's such a different thing for everyone. That's why
Yeah.
the first question I asked you was like, you know, what does it kind of what does a ride look like even for you? What would you say is your dream day riding?
oh, dream day riding.
It's a good question.
You're going to say something about Queenstown now. I know you are.
I was just about to ask, where am I? Am I at home in Swinley Forest, or
Where are we in the story now of your life? Are we nearing Queenstown? Yeah.
This is your life. We actually got your auntie here.
But I mean, you've done a fair bit of travelling now, haven't you? You've been all over the place.
yeah, still haven't been to like Canada, like North America
Yeah.
stuff yet, but done a bit of Morzine.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of Morzine actually. Love it.
Okay, well, that's further from the dirt jumps, isn't it? We're starting to move further from the
Yeah.
dirt jumps now. Get
Yeah.
a bit of rear suspension now, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a point that you stopped riding contests officially, and what was the reason? Like,
Nah, not really. I just sort of, I think it was one sort of summer like I was really into it, and then I think I maybe won the amateur series that year, and it was great. It was wicked, and then and I did like loads of other like jam events, like dirt jump stuff as well. I think I may have had a big bike at this point. I can't remember. Like maybe that might have been my first year on a big bike. But yeah, I did like a lot of like more like just training like in the winter and stuff, just like. But it was kind of like you'd go to work, you know, all day, and then you'd like get in the car and you'd drive to like Hemel Hempstead to ride the indoor skate park and just body yourself on a resi all night, and then drive home and then go to work again and then do it again like maybe 2 days time, and it was hectic, like, you know, and it was all my money was getting spent on like fuel and like buying new parts to fix my bike, because like went through it.
yeah,
And then I was like, I get to the end of the winter and I've been working like full time, and I'm like, hey, I've got no money for summer. How's this happened? You know, I've just been, you know, living for the next week, just trying to. So I got a little bit burnt out of it, I think.
Okay.
And then, yeah, it was a
So
friend.
you get any support at that point? I mean,
I don't think. No, I don't think I did at this point. No.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the summer after that, or like the springtime. My mate was like, oh, do you want to come to Morzine? And you go, oh yeah, yeah, maybe. And like I didn't really know what that looks like and whatnot. And I was like, oh yeah,
A
maybe.
bit like Swinley. Like someone's tipped Swinley up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I had been to Morzine, I think a couple of years before.
Okay.
We went on like a boys' holiday thing.
okay.
Just to
Oi,
Morzine, and like you. Oi, oi. No, I had like an old Trek session, like 2010 or something, massive, like looked like the Titanic. It was like insane the amount of metal on it. And it was like 26-inch, real short, but like really like tall and unstable.
Nice.
You know, just ready to be upside down. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, rode went to Morzine on that, and yeah, had a wicked time. And then, but yeah, I just kept with the dirt jump thing, I think, for the next year or so, and then went back on like a season. Like, I bought my van at this point, saved up some money, probably the year prior, I think.
So you were van lifing. You were living out the van.
Yeah. I think, I'd got that the previous year to then do competitions. I think go to the Dirt Wars ones,
Right.
and then I didn't end up using it for Morzine until the year after, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
And at this, sorry, you say you're working as well full time.
Yeah, I quit my job to go to Morzine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What was the job?
Working at a bike shop.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Bike mechanic. Yeah.
There you
yeah.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
Spokes in Bag Shop.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Spokes and bag shot showers.
Shout out Spokes and Bag
Yeah.
Shop, yeah.
Thanks for the job. Many years.
See you in a bit, guys.
Might need some new bearings. I'll let you know. But yeah, no. And then, but yeah, that I had a wicked summer doing that. I was like, oh my God, like, because there's nothing better than like ripping through the trails or the dirt jumps, and then you go to the mountains, and then you have a chairlift, and it's like, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
And there's a beer waiting for you at the bottom. You know, it was just mega.
Sick.
And you know, like, you're just camping next to the river or the lake or whatever, you know, just with your homies and stuff. And Morzine's pretty childish. You can just do whatever, can't you? You know.
I've never been. You've been to Morzine.
Oh,
You've
dude.
never been to
I've never
Morzine,
been to
there you
Morzine.
go.
Dude, you have to go.
I mean, yeah, I've got one of my best friends lives there. I've still never been.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Never been to Morzine.
Easy
Been
shit
Leger,
to do.
never been to Morzine.
Hey, you've been to Leger and not Morzine?
Yeah. I only went for a Crankworks thing. So I was just in Leger and then never went
crazy.
to Morzine.
Mad.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, it's the same sort of thing.
We'll do a trip.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So yeah,
Yeah.
same hill sort of
Yeah.
ish.
Down the road a bit. Yeah, need to tick that one off for sure.
For
So that
sure.
was big bike introduction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it? I guess around where we live, it's pretty flat, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty
You'd never
flat.
done any racing or anything. You just
I
went
did
straight from the dirt jumps to
I did
the
dip into it
mountains.
a bit. I think when I think I was just stoked on events at any level for some reason. I think I was just wanted to, I don't know, like I liked the kind of competitiveness of like dirt jumping, and then when I got a big bike as well, I think I got a big bike originally just because I was jealous of my friends just getting muddy and like just crashing in like loam. I was like, oh my God, it's like a mulch jump but down a hill. Do you know what I mean? It's just like mountain bike mulch. It's just like silly, innit? You just go into a corner way too fast and just crash, and I was like, that looks like wicked fun. So I got a mountain bike, and just to do that, and then I ended up doing like a few races and stuff. Just like the Rogate one's good. They're really good.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the like one of the ones where I think he builds a new track that just goes like between every track and like joins the old ones and stuff, and it was like it's wicked. Like you don't really know what the line's going to be until like race day, and then it's just like the amount of ruts that just open up and stuff. I enjoyed that.
Cool.
But I wasn't like that good at racing. It was like pretty new to it, but it was fun to like think of like lines and stuff, and like how to carry speed through a section and stuff. Like it's definitely a fun challenge. I think I did get into like maybe like watching like World Cups and stuff at that time. Like I think just appreciating that side of it.
Yeah.
I've
I got a banger question for you,
oh yeah.
but it's after the break.
Oh my goodness, Davey, I have had an absolute nightmare of a day. Yeah, I have. Basically, loads of people were saying I looked sick, so I went to the doctors, and they actually said
Yeah.
they said they think I'm really, really sick, maybe too sick.
Too sick.
Had a load of tests done.
Sickness test.
Yeah, they took blood, they put me through a scanner. Basically, we came to the end of it, and we realised there was nothing wrong with me. But what they were saying was I look too sick because of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the
It makes
kingpins
sense,
on.
dude.
I'll tell you what it is. I think the biggest change here is I've got the Vantage lenses on. So they're photochromic, and they've still got trail enhancing tints.
So again,
trail enhancing tints. Trail enhancing tints. That's right. So I'm actually, the good news is I'm okay, but there's nothing I can do about it. I just look too sick.
Man, you're too sick.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Nightmare.
It's a problem. And I guess people out there probably want to have the same issue, man. Maybe they want to look too sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sick with it, yeah.
Yeah, you're a 10 out of 10.
I think so. I think that's what the doctor said in the test. It said 10 out of 10, you look too sick.
Too sick.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I want to look too sick.
You already do, dude. You've got the Alley Cats on, and they've also got the Vantage lenses, and they're now
even know I had them
available
on.
for. They're now available. They were available before for order. Now they're available.
Yeah. You know what the problem was?
What?
I didn't know I had them on.
No, you
Because they
don't.
changed.
They change.
I know you can maybe not tell. I don't know. But like they've changed so that now I can see perfectly.
Dude, that's the
In all this
photochromic
light.
aspect. That's the photochromic aspect. It's incredible. And not only that, they still come, you can customize them fully on the website.
You can.
You've got your computer there. You should try and do it now.
I am actually on melonoptics.com website. I'm going to get myself another pair of Alley Cats like
Oh, yeah,
this.
you like
all
the
right?
Alley Cats.
I like
Yeah,
the Alley
yeah.
Cat. I feel an Alley Cat kind of vibe, all right? So I can get a nice black frame.
Yeah,
I can get a nice white frame.
Nice.
I can even get a sort of like speckled 90s looking.
That's what I've got on the Kingpins.
Oh, they are
These
too
are the
sick.
Kingpins, which is also what they used to call me at school.
The Kingpin.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe I want to have a different coloured lens as well. I could get myself a blue chrome, photochromic,
It's still photochromic.
with trail enhancing tints.
Trail enhancing tints. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You could get yourself a red chrome. You could get yourself a silver chrome.
But
or you
wait, do
could,
they still, all of those, they still have
mate, yeah, they got the Vantage lens, the photochromic.
with
Trail enhancing tints.
And also, the thing is, it doesn't stop there. You can fully customize them, and
Yeah.
they still come in this carry case, which is crucial when you've got it rattling around in your van or your car.
True.
Inside,
Yep.
you've then got your microfiber cloth.
Yes.
And you've got gaps for where you can put spare lenses.
Yes.
Stick them on the order. Why not?
Stick them on the order. Why not? Or you know what you could do? You could use our discount code, which is
Dude.
the Ride Companion. And guess what?
What?
We're going to throw in a free low light lens.
No way.
Yeah, we
What,
are.
for free?
Yeah, and it's got
Trail
Trail
enhancing
enhancing
tints.
tints.
That's so good.
yeah, and we're also going to throw in a free lens cleaning kit. Because I don't know about you, but I'll finger these lenses. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
We'll thumbprint them up. You know.
There's enough room in this little carry case that you can put all your gizmos and all your whatnots and your tidbits.
Yeah.
You can put them straight in there.
Yeah.
And you just zip it up. You're ready to go in the worst conditions or the best in conditions. Because of the photochromic, it does both.
Yeah, and perfect for the UK riding conditions.
That's right.
All right. Trail enhancing tints.
Yeah, let's do that a bit more. Trail enhancing tints. Trail enhancing tints.
Okay.
Davey, what's the code?
The code is The Ride Companion. Head to melonoptics.com. Enter the code The Ride Companion. That's going to get you a free lens cleaning kit. And it's also going to give you a free low light lens. These are available right now. So stop squinting. I tell you what, stop riding with midges in your eyes.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Green flies, midges, bees, wasps, all the animals.
That's right.
Get yourself some trail enhancing tints. I
Yeah.
can't say it.
Yeah. Also, these are available across the board. The
Yeah.
Vantage lens is available on everything, right?
Yeah, across
whether
the
it's
board.
Kingpins, Alley Cats.
Yep, Alley Cat, RX, all of them. They're all available.
Really.
Trail enhancing tints,
Trail
Vantage
enhancing
lens.
tints.
Yep, Jesters, I think, everything.
Also, might as well put in the comments below what your favourite shape is, whether it's Kingpin, Alley Cat. Regardless,
Square.
you're getting the Vantage lenses. Stick it below and just say what you like.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, extra bonus points if you can type trail enhancing tints in the comments section.
As fast as you can. You have to do it really fast.
All right, anyway, The Ride Companion. Get yourself some free stuff, melonoptics.com. Big up.
Thanks, Melon.
Tints. Trail enhancing tints. Trail enhancing. All right. We've got in studio, quite rare really, two UK dirt jump kind of legends. There's definitely one end of the spectrum and one at the other. Do you know what I mean? But what is the UK dirt jump scene like at the moment? Would you say it's buoyant? Is it good? Is it bad? Is there anything you'd change? I don't know. It's quite an open-ended question, but I feel like while we're here talking about dirt jumps, which we don't do very often,
No, you're right.
both kind of grew up dirt jumping as well, myself as well, not so much anymore, but yeah, I'd love to get your take, both of your takes on it, really. if that's all right.
Well, I mean, I think it's as strong as ever, but then I'm not involved in maybe some of the events and stuff, so I don't get to see that. But at some point, it felt like it went those two things separated more. So now all of the trail spots are all still very much strong, but they definitely feel separate to the contests.
That's what I was trying to allude to when I asked about doing contests and stuff, like whether you feel it's as important, because like you said, there's so many people riding dirt jumps that would be just insane, but they don't do comps. So kind of more...
Or tricks even.
Or tricks, exactly.
Yeah,
So the more of an underground scene.
It is. And I ride... it's my favourite thing.
It's an interesting one as well, because like if you listen to this and you don't ride dirt jumps or have any idea about it, it is kind of... If you're not in it, it is hard to get into it, because you got to know where the spots are, and especially when we were younger,
absolutely,
like you had no access to any of these spots. You'd like hear, oh, there's a spot there. You'd have to go and try and get an invite, and like it
was. Dude, I know. I could speak with you about trails forever, but it just sort of becomes like stupid. They're kind of a separate thing.
Yeah,
and you're right. They are different, but it's a nice thing for me. It's something I don't really want to like. No one there has Instagram.
Yeah,
no one cares. It's just going on. I mean, what I think's really interesting is that around here, it's so kind of mediocre in terms of the terrain. You know, like the places we're talking about are really not worthy of us naming them, or they're tiny hills. We've just been on a ride. They're 40-second long tracks. And subsequently, you do get a lot of, like both of us, that have sort of come up through dirt jumps, because it's like, you don't have to have a lot of money for the bike.
Yep.
All you have to have is a bit of stubbornness, and then you've got a set of trails.
Yep.
Like,
it's super
accessible. I think this area is really good for it, and it's like natural to just ride dirt jumps. It's very easy. It's like...
I'd love to see on a map, like where, especially the UK, where are most of the dirt jump spots. I feel like they are down south.
All around here, I reckon.
We got some... we got so many crazy good spots, and crazy good riders that don't just do it completely for, you know, in a vacuum. They're doing it. It's not like,
it's interesting. It's one of the most interesting aspects of biking, I'd say.
It is weird, isn't it? It is weird, because I always find it interesting wherever I go. I go to the Tweed Valley, for instance, and you just think, wow, these are amazing trails. There's a lot of riding. There's a lot of riders. The dirt jumps must be so good. There aren't any.
No, don't exist.
It's bizarre.
It's no
like,
jumps.
It's like
Crazy,
we had no. It's like growing up. We've had no distraction, so all you have to do, you literally have to build the thing to make it fun.
Yeah.
So like, I really noticed that. A lot of places I go, I just think, well, where's the? Surely you have dirt jumps here. You have the most incredible riding. Like, you need to have dirt jumps too. Otherwise, how do you finish your day? I don't know.
How interesting is it though? So then you go to Queenstown, they have both, right?
Yeah,
insane
they got everything.
Dirt jumps, insane riding. Same in a lot of alpine areas. There's usually some dirt jumps.
Not in like Morzine's not got it.
Doesn't have any, does it?
That's what it's missing, I think. Yeah. I think that was the hardest thing. Like when I went out, was like, it's like, oh man, I'm not going to use the dirt jump bike for like 2 months. I'm like, what am I going to do? I like, I'll ride it like once or twice a week, you know, But no, they need some jumps.
Okay,
I reckon.
I think you just need like, I mean, if there's too many distractions, then the trail bosses don't spend all their time up the trails. Yeah, I guess so. And then you don't end up with perfectly mint trails. And also you have to have like that kind of crew all looking after them the whole time that actually care. You can't really have a spot that no one cares about.
Doesn't work. Disrepair.
Never run. It can work to a point, but I
think it's so interesting as well that like a lot of our listeners and viewers are going to be not dirt jumpers, but it's the most primal, basic, fun aspect of mountain biking. One of.
Yeah, I like what you said, naked, yeah. It's funny, isn't it?
It doesn't require the $8,000 e-bike and the crazy van to travel around in, and like it's literally the best thing. I really miss it when I talk about it.
Yeah, we need to get you back
you
up
can probably tell.
Dude.
It's I don't know. So UK dirt jump scene right now, I'd say is good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Probably
I think it's different to like how it has been. I think the trail scene is quite exciting. I think think at the moment, like, because I was always like more the dirt jump side, you know, like. I mean, I was building like our own stuff. We'd always call it trails, but it was always like sand and kind of like
made for learning tricks, right?
Yeah, we'd have like we'd finish on a trick jump,
Yeah.
but it was like until the trick jumps, it was like trails, man. But it was dirt jumps, to be fair. But yeah, the trail scene seems like cool at the moment. I think it's like. I think maybe like everyone's getting like a little bit older in the scene. So
come on, dude! I'm
nah. But it's like I think there's like a little bit more of like a push to kind of like get like younger kids into it and
Definitely.
stuff like that. And
There's some wholesome. It's wholesome up there.
It's
genuinely
sick.
at the gnarliest spot. You'll have the biggest bosses looking after young trail riders. It's really good.
It's mega. Cool. It's a good place to be as well. Like it's kind of like people of like all ages there. You know, like it's pretty sick. Like it's just watching like young kids just frothing it. It's sick. Like picking up a spade and just like slapping something in. Like
it's like we were talking about before as well about it being a bit intimidating at first. I feel like it's like a skate park vibe can be quite intimidating. Dirt jumps, like you said, it's the most wholesome people that are just there for their.
From the outside, you walk past, you'd think it was awful. Yeah, definitely.
And dude, it used to be, I don't know what it's like now, but I'd say especially the BMX mountain bike thing was pretty bad.
Yeah,
especially where I was from. Like, you know, we couldn't go ride some spots because they were BMX spots and vice versa.
Oh, dude, it's the worst, hey?
Yeah, but then once you get to know everyone's sound. But there was just always this thing that maybe it's just because we didn't have access to, like, social media. We didn't see it. Like, you just had to go and hope that they'd let you ride there for the first time. And then after that, you know, you get a bit of a relationship going. I don't know. It's weird thinking back. It used to be very different.
Yeah, it did. It's definitely not like that now. I think people...
You're right. I think in recent years, I think it's like changed a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe as I've like grown older as well, like I think it could be harder when you're younger as well, and like maybe you're not very good at biking as well. Like you just maybe confident. You're maybe just seen as a bit of a liability to certain people from the trails. Do you know what I mean? So you know, like I don't know. It's kind of like it gets better when you're a little bit older. I suppose.
Yeah, it's a quiet life. I feel like trails. That's the thing. You don't really want ambulances turning up, do you?
No.
You just spent all winter making something perfect, so you can enjoy it in the summer, and then someone's getting a heli in. You know.
Not only have they put the sprocket through the back of the landing.
Yeah, exactly.
Put their head through it. And now the ambulance has gone through
it.
Exactly.
So, talk to us about Queenstown, dude. I want to hear about your trip to Queenstown, because I've been obviously following it, and it looks really good.
Yeah, it's bloody good.
What made you go there? Like, I mean, there's obvious things, but you know, quit your job.
Yeah. I think.
Or is that Morzine? Sorry, Morzine.
Yeah, well, I quit my job again, I think.
Okay.
Which one did you quit now? We can do shout out to all the jobs he's quit. Woolworths, Bracknell.
Oh no, I think I went back to working at Spokes actually.
Hey, Spokes again, another shout out.
Back.
Yeah.
And then I quit again, and then yeah. Oh, actually, I did a medical trial before that one as well. Right. I know that's a subject.
A what?
Please talk to us about the medical trial.
Medical trial.
Yeah, I did a medical trial to save up some money for New Zealand.
Go on, what was it?
I think this one, I can't remember what it was. What was it? Ulcerative colitis. It's like...
so they gave you an illness and they cured it?
No, they don't give you an illness. They test a drug on healthy candidates. Because I guess they don't want to like double screw up the people with the illness.
Okay, so you walked in as a healthy candidate.
I walked in as a healthy candidate.
Is this for some good wedge? This is for your trip to New Zealand?
Yeah. So you go in. You got a lot of forms to read.
Okay.
A lot of forms.
Did you read them all?
Most of them, I think.
Most like the Apple T's and C's.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, you get paid money for taking experimental medicines.
What are we talking?
So, this one, I think, was like a couple grand for like 4 or 5 days.
Going to New Zealand, baby.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's bloody good. Yeah.
What happened? What
do you mean?
Like, did you have to stay in? Do you have to stay in a hospital and they look at you, or?
Yeah. You stay in the ward, and then they'll like take your blood like 4 or 5 times a day or something like that. And
So you're just lying down in the ward.
oh no, you can like wander about. Got like a room with like Xbox and stuff like that. you know.
Real other people?
Yeah, other people there.
Were
Some
you allowed to go
characters?
riding?
Yeah, there are some characters there. No, you can't go riding. You can't leave.
Some characters.
It's just a little bit claustrophobic, I suppose. But
What are
it's
some of the
like,
characters like? I mean, yeah, it's a great question, David.
yeah, it's actually on another one I did in London. That one. Was pretty good.
You've done a load of medical
only done
trials.
2. I've only done 2.
Yeah,
to be
but
fair.
dude, still, that's 2 more than I've done.
And the first,
yeah, dude. There's 2 more than
the
me.
first one was to get me to New Zealand, and then I didn't
Okay.
actually end up going.
okay.
Because I was
Too
like,
sick.
injured. Nah, too sick.
You got plague.
His legs swell.
But yeah, no, you get some good characters. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's like hard to explain. Like you get like quite a lot of like arty farty kind of characters.
Do
like
you?
Some hippy dippy characters.
No
yeah.
way. I wouldn't have thought
Yeah.
they'd want that medicine in them.
Doing it for the love of the
Yeah,
world, though.
They're just like
Is that
not
what it
working,
is?
don't they? Nah,
Yeah.
nah, they're all pretty sound to be fair. But yeah, just like different walks
So-
of life, I suppose.
The mindset of doing these is like, let's say you're on the website and you're browsing the various
Yeah.
things, and you're like, that one's only $1,000. So you're basically
yeah.
looking for the most.
Bang for your buck.
Yeah, that's kind of how. The gnarliest one is the one you're like, okay, that one's $2,000. That
Yeah.
the potential of illness is quite high, but yeah, it's $2,000. So
True. If there was one for $5,000, you'd be tempted.
yeah, exactly. So you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh god,
You'd
I'll
be
do that
tempted,
one then. Yeah.
This
Well-
one's a suppository. The $5,000 one's a suppository. Every day.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, I don't actually think it works like that. I don't think it's risk, because they're actually like
Okay.
the risk on all of them is like quite boring, but it's all very low. I think
Really?
the risk,
So that's
yeah,
calculated. And
yeah, it's like super low.
because
like-
they have to get numbers up. They have to have these.
Oh yeah, because it's
Tests.
like even like the first human trial that they'll do, they've done like what 2 years of monkey trials.
Yeah.
And it's like you get this big sheet of paper and you get to see what the monkeys have had and stuff, and it'll be like 50 milligrams per like kilogram of body weight the monkeys had of this medication, and you're like, that's loads, and then we'll be getting 0.5 milligram per
Right.
kilogram.
Right,
Do you see what I
okay,
mean?
yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
you're getting nothing, and then it was like, no, this monkey was slightly antsy today. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and yeah, and like often a lot of time it's not the first human trial as well. So it'll be like, had a human trial before 2 years
More
ago.
money doing first one.
Think
Gotta
maybe, yeah, maybe. I can't.
Gotta be.
Special club, that one.
Actually, I think no. I think no. Because we did one that was like the first human one, and we got like 3 pills, and then the people who were going to be like 5 weeks later got 27 pills in a
Whoa.
day, something ridiculous like that, and
I
they
love
get
this.
paid the same like $2,000 as we do.
The
Really?
dedication
Yeah.
to get to New Zealand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it
Hell of a-
worked though.
Yeah.
Got me there.
Okay, I thought you meant it worked. Like you didn't get encephalitis or whatever the thing
No,
was
no,
for the test.
Still
For
got
the-
chlamydia.
Nah, but yeah, I didn't get it.
No,
I mean, that was it. Yeah, I did one for herpes as well.
There you go.
Did you?
Yeah,
I've spoken to you.
I
about
think I
this
told
one.
you
Yeah.
about that one.
I've
I didn't
spoken-
have to have herpes before
Okay.
going in.
Did it help?
I don't know.
Do you ever get cold sores?
No, I don't think so. You do sometimes, don't you?
Got one
You've
now.
told me this before. Dude, if you did that medical trial,
That is a cracked lip,
Dude, you just have to do the medical trial.
and it breaks when I smile.
oh, dude.
It's been there for so long, dude.
Are you joking? Dude, you should have done this trial,
yeah, you
man.
should have done the trial, mate.
'Cause
How much is it? $3,000.
this one was 4,700.
Whoa!
But this one was like 3 weeks. It was pretty long.
And you have to
Yeah.
stay in there for 3 weeks.
Yeah. It was like the whole of December, that one. Yeah.
Winter.
Yeah. Yeah, it was winter, and I had a sprained ankle, and I like had to like not tell him,
Sign me up.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
Brilliant. So I love that story. Great story. But that's how you got to New Zealand in the end.
yeah, that's how I got there last year, the first time, and then this year just worked, I suppose.
Just went regular, full regular, regular.
Just went regular, but I didn't have to buy a van this time, so it was all
Okay.
good. But yeah. Where did we get to? So I got there.
Going to New Zealand.
Encephalitis.
I got there. Was it what? Was it why I was going? Maybe why I was going.
Yeah.
Why did I
asked you
go?
why. I asked
Yeah.
you why. Yeah, why?
Why did I go? It was mainly just like friends were going. I was just being a sheep. They were like going to New Zealand. I tried to go the first year, didn't end up going. Like, got injured, screwed up my visa application, that kind of stuff. But then the next year they were going again, and I was like, it's great. And I watched all the reels on the Instagram, and I was like, dude, I want to go so bad. And it's winter, like there's nothing else going on, so you're like, it's perfect.
Yeah,
you know, it's like whether you go like Queenstown or Whistler. You go Whistler, you've like, oh, there's maybe an event I want to do in France at that time, or maybe there's something else I want to do, or oh, the UK trails seems sick that time of year. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's more to like choose from, and you're like, oh, it's a lot of money, and I could just be at home or in France, where it's a bit cheaper or something. Whereas New Zealand, it's like, oh, what would I be doing in the winter? Oh, not a lot, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So,
and it's a proper adventure, like you're proper away from home.
Yeah.
I feel like if you stay in Europe, you're always like a short flight away, aren't you?
Yeah, you're short flight away. You like don't need to get like a new bank account or anything. It's all like just kind of like the same. You just kind of save up and you sort of go. Whereas you kind of like actually need a job when you get there, and it's a bit of an adventure. It's a bit of a faff. It's a lot of faff. Yeah.
You filmed a lot of your edit in New Zealand, didn't you?
The first one, I filmed the first one there. Oh, and I got a new edit as well that I filmed.
You've got one now that you filmed. It isn't out.
Yeah. It's not out yet.
Oh, when is it out?
There'll be a premiere.
There'll
be a premiere,
dude. Yeah.
The 30th of May. And the YT mail. I think we actually haven't finalised the date, but it probably will be the 30th of May.
Okay.
Nice. I was a big fan of your last one. Is this one?
This one's got Sam Mazzetti in it.
Do you know Sam? In New Zealand.
Yeah. Because he's moved there as well. And he's loving it. So yeah, it's me and Sam just ripping about, all like the classic trails mainly, just wherever really. Just
what's the classic trails? Talk us through them.
I don't know, like Bike Park, like just up on Ben Lomond as well. Bit of Gorge, some Lomas as well that we've built. Some Scree, Coronet Hip. I can't remember. We filmed quite a lot, I think. What else have we filmed? That could be everything.
So you, this is first time in New Zealand. This past.
Nah, this is second
time in New Zealand. Yeah. Okay, all right. But you're like fully immersed in the scene there.
Yeah,
it's popping. Yeah. Okay, and you start digging out there as well.
Yeah. So I knew Emerson from the year before.
Okay.
And I think he briefly like offered me a job. Like, oh yeah, do you want to fly to Cairns next week? And I was like, oh dude, I'm like kind of like working in the bike shop, and like I can't really give him that much notice. Like
you're in a hospital bed at that point.
Yeah, no.
Some new medication.
Popping pills like Pac-Man.
Yeah. But like that never happened. And then like, but he was, I don't know, I guess he was just like, oh, he digs sometimes, and I guess he can ride a bike, so I guess he knows at least what a takeoff should look like. So yeah, we'll get him down, get him involved. So that was cool.
That natural selection we're talking about here, right? This is what the job that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That looked really crazy.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah,
unreal.
Like, were you there when it was a blank canvas?
I think I got there maybe like a week late, I think.
Yeah.
So there was, I think, some shapes at the bottom, and then like the first couple features were built at the top, I think.
Who was on the team there?
So in the machines, we had Tom Hay, the boss of Elevate, and then we had Oscar Powell. You met him? We had Oscar Powell in the 23 ton, I think. Billy Meeklim as well, like 15 ton digger, I think. And then Nils, do you know Nils? Nils Heiniger?
Oh, possibly.
Yeah, he was in 7 or the 8 ton, I think.
So quite a lineup.
That lineup, and then we had Matt Begg on hand tools, and then just the rest of the homies. We had like Billy Spurway, Jim Monroe, and then myself, and I think that was it for natural selections. But so it's like 8 of us, I think. It's quite a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of good bikers there in that list. Eh?
Yeah, I think it was more just like Emerson was like, oh right, who's going to want to test it? So like, who are we going to get to build it that's going to test it?
Who did test it? I mean, obviously you hit everything, didn't you? But
in all fairness, yeah, like I think Matt Begg, he like guinea pig like 80% of it.
Really, yeah.
Unreal, yeah.
He's an incredible rider, right?
Dude, like honestly, I reckon he was going up in the middle of the night and testing it. Like that's how clean he was first runs. Like, not joking, like a foot from the top of the case pad, like just front to back, like like get like a little whip going as well. Like,
Whoa.
crazy bike control.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but even then, like second and third hits, you're kind of like, like, is their speed the same as my speed? Like, do you know what I mean? And like,
out of interest, is this like your first experience with like big jumps?
I'd like ridden like Dream Track
Okay.
the year before.
Yeah.
And then obviously I was riding it again like that summer, but it was more like my first experience with like weird jumps.
Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Big
like-
bike, weird jumps.
Yeah, because they're all it's crazy.
Puzzlers.
What's that?
Puzzlers.
Look at it, yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of it's kind of like built to be like sort of like technical and like kind of like test the riders a bit. Like I feel like some of it's meant to make you look like really good at biking, and then some of it's maybe meant to make you like maybe not so good at biking. Do you see what I mean? Like it's meant to test you a bit.
Yeah.
It looked really difficult to dig on that. Like the gradient looked so quite steep
Yeah.
in places from what I
Yeah.
remember.
That's it as
Hard to build like a nice chill course down just because
Yeah.
of the speed. Were you trying to get rid of speed for some of those features?
Oh yeah, it's a mountain.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like you're going to be breaking into stuff like no matter what you do, like unless you like literally like just cut like just a cross section out of the
bench
mountain,
everything out,
just
yeah.
bench the whole mountain. You know, you're going to need to break in places. You know, so and it's all like real like fast running soil as well. Like it's just kind of like rock and clay. Really, it's yeah. So it's a lot of it's like brake control and stuff, and a lot of the stuff you do tricks on as well. Like you want like flat drops to be pretty slow so you can do like spins and stuff, or like, you know, like actually trick them. Same
Just
with
like-
the step downs as well.
Yeah, just like measurable, right?
Yeah.
It's a really hard course to build, to be honest, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, so like, I mean, I was obviously like mainly on like hand tools, but there was still a lot of like eyeballing, even just for like us, you know. But I think, yeah, like, cause me, Jim and Billy and like Matt and stuff, I think we sort of knew what we were doing a little bit. But when it came to like the digger built stuff at the bottom, it's crazy. Like you look at it from one angle and you go, oh my God, that step up down the bottom. Oh, it's way too small. We're going to be going so fast. You walk down to it and you see how big the step up is. And then you like look up at the hill and you go, oh, nah, no way. This step up's going to be way too big. This is huge. Like, honestly, like depending on where you'd stand, like it would change so much. But like, the boys like pretty much like nailed it, like absolutely nailed it on the.
Was it numbers built, or was it just?
Nah, I think it was just
Eye
eyeballs,
job.
really. Yeah, it was.
That's really. I'd love the idea of just being able to just use numbers, but I just can't.
I think it's yeah.
It'd be really cool to have. I have it. I have a book.
Do you?
With all numbers, with all numbers in, but just the reality of where you're digging. If every bike had a speedo and all of us were riding into it, looking at the speedo, then it would be useful. But the reality is, it's never like that.
That's the thing, and there's so many like just factors, isn't it? Really, just like even just like the dirt, you know, and also how packed in the dirt is at that moment in time versus how packed it's gonna be when it's ridden in and
had the sun on it and stuff.
Yeah, like it's pretty mad, isn't it? But like it was pretty spot on. I think the only thing was that step up was bigger and it got made smaller because I think we all sort of looked at it and we were like, oh, I don't know, Oscar, I think it might be a touch too big. And then Oscar goes, okay. And he made it a bit smaller, but he was spot on like the first time.
Really?
I think so, yeah. I think that's the only frustrating thing.
Interesting. So it was perfect, and then you took a bit out, and it maybe made it. The thing is, it's just how much you break then, but it's hard to break a certain amount, isn't it?
Because like, you don't want it being too big, and then get to event week, and then the riders show up, and it's like, we can't clear it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we've not got a show now. You know, it's like you'd rather it be a bit too small and have to break. Than
Do you have any sketchy tests?
Oh, dude, yeah. Like the flat drop at the top, like my first run into that. Like I got this. Like I think I'm not like big on flat drops. I'm like huge.
Not many
massive.
up Swinley, are there?
Nah, not heaps.
It's the reality. That's what I think is like. I am
there actually
joking, but
isn't.
it is actually
Yeah,
the reality
yeah.
around here.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You just find yourself in another country and you're like,
I think we had one. It was like
trying to leaf through my library of things I've written around here that sort of vaguely resembles this. And I can't find much.
Yeah, literally. And it was like 30 foot down, this drop.
Whoa.
And it was like, I don't know, 20 foot out, I'm not sure. Like something like that. And I feel like even like every bike park in the world that you ever go ride or something, like the drops stop at like 12, 15 foot really. That's kind of like how big they get, and it's like 30. You like look at it and you go, oh, it's so on. You like can see it, you can visualize it. But then riding it, it was like, oh, I don't know, I'll maybe not ride this straight away. And then I think I waited till Matt and Jim had hit it, and I was like, saw Jim's speed. I was like, right, no brakes till there. And then I did the same thing and then pulled up on the lip and then just like landed like 15, 20 foot down or something. Huge.
Deep.
Yeah, real deep. Yeah. Just like full on press up on the bars, you know. It was like, didn't crash, but it was close.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think I've seen that on your Instagram as well. You posted it, right?
Yeah, it's pretty silly, but yeah, and that's the thing as well. It's like it's the biggest drop I've ever hit, and it's probably the slowest I've ever gone into any drop.
Right.
Which is how crazy is that, isn't it? Because it's just so far down that you go like so much slower.
Right, and the speed
which I thought is mental, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy how different that is.
That was quite a unique event. I'm trying to think of an event that's even similar to it, because it wasn't slope style. It's not Rampage. It's not Dark Fest. Didn't it kind of sit in the middle of everything? Am I right?
Sort of, yeah. It was meant to be. Yeah, like
I didn't watch it. I'll be honest with you. It's one of them that I was like, I'll watch that. And you know what I mean? It's just kind of like
it's worth skimming through. I reckon. I think it's like it's pretty fun to watch. I think it's quite a long broadcast, but if you like skim through it, it's pretty good. But yeah, like it was kind of, I think like it was meant to be proving grounds originally,
right?
And then it got tacked on to Natural Selection, which is like a snowboard, ski, surf event.
Yes.
Sort of X Games kind of thing. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and they wanted to do it in Queenstown for years, and it was originally going to be proving grounds. And they wanted, I think, a little bit less wooden hand-built features, more sort of natural with the terrain kind of stuff. But, yeah, I think it was, like, really different. I think maybe partly just because of, like, who's building it, like Billy Meeklin, you know, Nils, and it were very like sort of trails influenced, I think. So there was loads of like shark fins and hips and stuff, and everything was real one after the other, like quite tacky. Yeah, tacky but flowy. Like
how would you categorize those riders?
Yeah, that's what it's a great question.
Like Billy.
See, I'm yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find another way of making him categorize himself. Yeah,
I don't know. It's just freeride, isn't it? You don't really have to categorize it. I think that's what's great about it. Because like what comes,
it's freeride, but it's kind of a comp.
Oh, what, like the event?
Yeah.
That's where it gets funny, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't become your own free ride when it's a comp, does it?
Yeah, it's quite.
When you're not riding for free anymore. I don't know. Is that how it works?
Are you a free rider?
Yes. That's what I want to. That's what I want to move to, I think. Just because I think there's so much that come under the umbrella of it. You know?
See, I'm worried about calling yourself a free rider. I'd call you a free rider.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're a free rider, man.
Sweet. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool because like, yeah, I could say, you know, for instance, you know, yourself, I'd call you a free rider.
We're free riders.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we said it too much now. It sounds weird, doesn't it? It sounds weird now,
ruined it. What are we doing?
But I don't know, like even like just like dirt jumping, if you like dirt jump rider, you know, you could say you're a dirt jump rider, but I'd say it comes within free ride.
They are free riders.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
and then, but you could be, I
think bike rider.
Yeah, no.
Bike rider. Yeah.
Just biker, yeah.
Mountain bike. But yeah.
If you're gonna push me to a category, I'd say cyclist.
Keep it broad.
Doctor.
You've got an announcement, but we're going to go to a break first.
Olly's just nipped to the bathroom, so I thought I'd just have a quick Huel break, which is actually the perfect segue into this ad. We are extremely excited to welcome Huel to the podcast. If, like me, you end up running late, you don't have time for breakfast, and you just end up starving all the time, like I do, we've all been there, all right? You're racing around, you're trying to do meetings, you're doing school pickups, which I don't do. Whatever it is, you're going to need something delicious, easy, quick, nutritious to fill the void. So this podcast is now sponsored by Huel, Huel, the world's #1 complete nutrition brand with over 400 million meals sold worldwide. Yes, you heard it right. That's 400 million. Huel is trusted by people just like you and me to fuel their days with convenient, complete nutrition. So you can now actually try it for yourself with our exclusive discount code. You can get 10, in fact, no, we're not doing 10. We're going to do 15% off with our code RIDE at huel.com. But I also want to tell you about my personal favorite, okay? Strawberry banana. My two favorite things. I love strawberries. I love bananas. You can't go wrong with putting them together. Plus adding 35 grams of protein. These things leave you feeling full, and you're not like scratching around for food in gas stations. You're not grabbing a quick fast food meal or whatever. You can actually tick that nutritional deficiency off with a good quality product. So yeah, this is my personal favorite. I also love the new black edition, the ready to drink. It's got another whopping 35 grams of protein, 27 different vitamins and minerals, and it all comes in one handy bottle. Basically it tastes like milkshake, and who doesn't love milkshake? So that's 15% off with code RIDE at huel.com. Unlock a healthier, easier way to eat with Huel. Nutritionally complete meals in minutes so you can focus on what really matters. Biking. Cheers, Huel. Ollie, 2025 is here. Let's be honest, mate, most New Year's resolutions barely make it past January the 10th. But we have consistently found one that is easy to stick with, and that is AG1.
AG1. Exactly. AG1 has been a game changer for thousands of people. One scoop every morning and boom, you've kickstarted your health for the day. It's like the easiest win you'll have all year.
Easiest win, is it? Yeah, it probably is. I have personally been using AG1 for around 3 years, and it's become such a key part of my morning routine. Personally, I either take it on its own, or sometimes I'll throw a scoop in with a protein shake, and it's just boom, it's done. One scoop, mix it up, and it feels like I've done something great for my body for eternity.
Nice. It's said to improve energy and focus. AG1 fuels your mornings, whether you're hitting the trails, the gym, or heading to work. It's also said to support gut health and immune defense. It's a no-brainer.
It is this time of year, mate. You need that immune defense. Yeah. We all know life gets busy, but AG1 makes health simple. It's delivered straight to your door every month, so you won't run out or forget. No more juggling a shelf full of supplements.
Absolutely. And if you're thinking about what habits to start or keep in 2025, make AG1 the one. It's your daily dose of wellness in less time than it takes to make a coffee.
Exactly. Health is wealth, folks. So why not get optimized, cover your nutritional bases, and probably ride better?
Yeah, go with it.
Yeah, go with it, yeah. So with AG1, you can get a free 1 year supply of vitamin D plus 5 free travel packs.
How?
Well, I'm going to tell you. If you head to drinkag1.com/ride companion, that's drinkag1.com/ride companion. The links are in the show description. Simply click those and it'll take you straight to the page where you can take advantage of this offer and be a more optimized human.
But it seems too easy.
Yeah,
a whole year of vitamin D.
Yeah,
and 5 free travel packs.
The sun.
So when you're moving around in the world, you can still stay healthy.
5 times.
Thanks, AG1.
Thanks, AG1.
What a nice ad break that was. It was just when I needed it.
Fantastic.
It was really nice. It was peaceful, wasn't it?
Peaceful. Don't know.
I believe before the ad break, we had an announcement to make. A very exciting
Can we do a drum roll?
I'm going to forget what it is.
Right.
Drum roll and fireworks.
Drum roll and fireworks. Ready? All right. Do an announcement, dude. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
All
this is
right.
it.
This whole journey, this career arc, this
True.
been leading up to
This moment. This is it.
this moment.
This is it, dude.
Yeah. So I've been riding for DMR bikes for
That's
a
right.
while, along with Olly Wilkins over here,
That's right. Yep. Teamies.
teamies,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be going on to the pro team this year.
Yep. Amazing news.
That's
I'm
fantastic.
Amazing
stoked
news.
about.
That's part one of the news, right?
Part one of
Part
the news.
one of the news.
Yeah.
50%.
I'm going to be getting some new bikes from YT Industries.
There you
It's
go.
going to be mega.
There you go.
There you go.
So yeah, buzzing for that. Oh, and then we got the premiere as well. The premiere for the
May
new video
30th.
I've been shooting.
There you go.
Yeah,
He did
hopefully.
put a clue in earlier.
Mm.
He put a clue in on the location.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, hyped for you, dude. Well deserved. Super
so
exciting.
buzzing. Yeah. So
Hell yeah.
That'll be sick.
Really cool.
I'll probably have a discount code for bikes. Little plug.
Will you
there.
actually?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, I think that it's kind of like an affiliate sort of deal. Or I
That's
think
cool.
I'm getting bikes this year, and if anyone wants new YT bike or just a new bike in general,
It's quite a cool way of doing it, really, isn't it?
yeah.
Right, pro
I don't know what the
riders
code
have a
is, but give you a message on Instagram or something. I don't get that.
It's not the
that
right
many
companion.
messages. So
You can use that on a lot of websites,
yeah,
but the
Yeah,
YT
yeah.
one you cannot.
true.
There'll be a better one. Hopefully it's like Lehmann or something. That'd be cool.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Sick,
Yeah,
dude.
we'll see,
Is this
but-
the first like bike sponsor that you've had?
No, I rode for a company called Amity
Okay.
Bikes a little bit ago.
Yeah.
a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Petersfield-based company actually.
Oh, there you go.
So just down the road. But yeah, they were just like jump bikes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I
But
don't-
YT have a plethora of bikes that you have access to, so that's
Yeah, exactly.
The dream, really,
you know,
isn't it?
and it's it's the expensive bike as well.
yeah.
The one that I can't afford. So it's like really handy. So buzzing for that.
Hype, dude. Really stoked for you.
Thanks,
Amazing.
man.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm really
Looking forward to
stoked.
seeing some cool shit coming out of
I hope so.
yeah. Zesty Productions.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Have you got big plans for this year?
I've got 1,000,001 things in the calendar, and it's all dependent on what I can afford and where I am. So it's all very loose at the moment. But at the moment, I've gone back to work. At On Track. We're building some community trails
All right.
in Moore Valley Park or something like that.
So like
in
pump
Ringwood.
track sort of stuff, or
Yeah, we've done pump tracks.
Yeah.
And yeah, like just like community, like bike parks in the woods as well. So actually, if you think of like Fleet pump track, you got the jumps next to it, and then the new stuff as well was built by the company I'm working for now as well.
okay.
So done some work for them. It's pretty cool building bike park stuff for a living. You know, stuff to get kids into it. So
Yeah.
that's going to be like my sort of like main earner at the moment, and then hopefully I'll get some travel money and be doing some bits as well.
Rad.
Yeah, just like wherever I can afford, really.
Yeah. So you living in a van now or not?
Nah, just living at the parents at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have a shower there, and
You use their house as a van, sort of
it's
thing.
fantastic. Yeah. No,
Fantastic.
So I'm thankful for that. That I
Sick.
can stay at home and just kind of get set up a little bit when I get back from
Hype for you,
places.
dude, with the YT thing.
Thanks,
Obviously
man.
makes
Yeah.
life easier, doesn't it, if you can actually get access to bikes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Out of interest, what bike are you most excited about?
great question.
What bike? Downhill bike.
There you go.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He's
the
getting
one.
more free ride.
Dude, I haven't had
By
a
the
downhill bike
moment
for a
he
while.
is, isn't he?
Yeah.
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 But I reckon it's going to spend a lot of time in the garage while I'm hanging around Surrey. You
Yeah,
know?
Swinley's a tough one on a downhill bike. Isn't
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think it's the
difficult
tool
old pedal.
for the job.
it? Mm.
But I don't know, get to the mountains.
Yeah.
That'd be exciting.
First place you want to go with a downhill bike? What are you thinking?
I don't know, maybe Davi, I reckon.
Okay. I mean, we do have spots in the UK, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Davi obviously being one of
Davi,
them.
I'd say, is pretty world class.
Revs looks amazing again at the moment.
Yeah, Revs as well. Like honestly, like I feel like wherever you go, sometimes I go, oh, I tell you what, it'd be nice to have like a Davi style this here, or do you know what I mean? Like yeah, if you're in France, in Port de Soleil, and you've got, you know, you get like a chairlift over to Chatel. You've you got chairlift over and it was Davi, you'd be like stoked.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's
do you know what I mean?
Good way of putting it. Yeah.
It wouldn't be out of place.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy that we have that.
And you've got it. Well, close-ish to where we are.
Yeah. So be keen for that. I reckon Davi would be a good spot. Go on the downhill bike. It's been a few years since I've ridden there.
Okay.
So, but it's wicked.
What do you do to a downhill bike to make it comfortable for you as far as setup wise?
It depends if I'm riding. If I'm like riding downhill tracks or Lomas or whatever, like, I guess we'll just leave it. Well, probably, I don't know, probably like 450, 500 springs, something like that. And then jumps just as hard as it goes, like 700 or something, I reckon. Yeah, put the dream track.
Seems like a real puzzle when you know, obviously we've had Sam on here a bunch talking about downhill bike sort of setup for big jumps. It sounds like a
I'm not an expert. I've not had a downhill bike for 3-4 years, and I didn't know how to set it up 3-4 years ago. So we will see how it goes. But I mean, I'm on like a sort of like mid-travel, like 150 bike, and I've got £500 rear spring for like normal riding, just like perfect for around here, and like perfect for jumps as well. And but then like for dream track, you want like 700. You just want as hard as you can, really, to be honest with you.
What's your dream event? Would you do it, and would you do it if you were invited?
I think you got to do anything if you're invited. Unless it's like an 8-year-old's birthday party or something. But like, do you know what I mean? If it's like a sick event that you want to go to,
what would be it for you? You've got to pick.
Ooh, dream
Good
event.
question.
I feel like it's got to be Darkfest. Hey,
that's so sick. That Darkfest is like, it really is up there on the calendar, isn't it? In terms of like,
dude, yeah, ridiculous. But it's
so
also
big jumps is what you'd be after.
Yeah, but it's also like it's more. I think it's also as well like part of me is like I want to be able to ride those jumps. Do you know what I mean? It's like
definitely. I understand what you're saying.
Do you see what I mean? It's like
yeah.
If I could be a third person and I could watch myself do something and be like stoked, it would be like, dude, I'd want to watch myself do that. Like that would be. Do you know what I mean?
That'd be an ultimate goal. If you'd done that, that would be.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I've never like spoken to Sam about it, to be honest. But like, I don't know, maybe at some point. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of like unreal riders who go to it, you know. So it's like fest style events would be your favourite. Yeah. Like actually, the backyard battles look unreal as well.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully get involved in a couple this year. We'll see how it goes. So
that's cool. So the two dream events you've called out, one is downhill bikes, the biggest jumps in the world, and one is hardtails.
Wow, a bit of both, really, isn't it? Like the backyard battle events.
Yeah, they seem a bit of a mix.
I reckon
that's true, actually. Yeah, you've got a good range, actually, haven't you? Yeah, you're right.
I reckon like mid-travel trail bike, I think could go pretty hard on backyard battles. Yeah, I reckon. I mean, depending on who's set up.
I think they all look quite varied, right? Like Vero's looks more big bikey. Does it or not? I can't remember.
But I think like the thing about like big jumps, you can ride it on a jump bike, but it's like I think it's just a bit hectic. I think like Dream Track, I rode that on a jump bike like once or twice, and I was like, I quite liked the idea of just like having a bike for different jumps. I didn't really like it on the jump bike. It was like you couldn't, like the landings don't feel like steep enough. You don't get that same like feeling at the trails where you just like nosed in and you like, do you know what I mean? It's a bit more of an impact. It's kind of like nice having the suspension. You don't need it, but it's nice.
That's an unbelievable jump, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Jackson pulling up on it.
No, but watching your clip from not that long ago.
Oh, thanks, man.
Nice. No, the spin. Yeah, just a massive whip.
And
I really love that style of whip. I think it's become quite prominent, hasn't it? It's kind of like when moto whips for me went from being like quite sort of standard moto whip to being more of like a turn up kind of vibe. I wanted you to try and talk through your process of whipping a bike that good.
Oh,
like
dude.
What are you doing up the lip and stuff like that? Because I think that would be quite fascinating for people. Because I really struggle.
I could nerd hard about it.
Please,
let's
nerd hard about it.
So I whip right.
Yep. As in the front wheels going right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So back end goes out left.
Back end's going left. Yeah.
So, like, my sort of theory on like how to do a big whip is effectively so like with moto, as you all know, I don't know much about moto.
No, I don't
but
really do.
From what I understand, the reason it comes back is the gyroscopic effect on your back wheel and your front wheel technically. But motorbike, you've got a throttle. So you can just lean off it, like not as hard as you want, but you can lean off it and then you can get the throttle back. So, but with mountain biking, there's a limit. There's a fine limit, and you don't know where that limit is of how big you can get it. So it's kind of slightly just going a bit further and further each time. But I think it's also like a balance of like you have to lean back, you have to lean in, and you have to like turn as well. And you need to get that balance of the three things like correct.
Yeah.
Because if you then don't get it correct, then you'll like come in like nosed or come in sideways, you know.
Yeah.
It won't work. Like it's weird. Like I've played around with it. Just like if you hold your front wheel and you'll like notice if you fold your front wheel to the right, like you're just like spinning it on an axle, you fold it. It's like the easiest way to get it sideways. If you fold it like that, like it's really hard to turn a wheel spinning like that.
Yeah.
So effectively, you want to like lean your bike in to then get it sideways, and then lean it the other way to get it straight. I think
it's straight. Okay.
But there's like like I say, there's like a limit to how hard you can, how far you can go.
What's thinking of your whips, like the back end come around quite straight, is that you turning up and leaning, or is it pushing with your back foot? I'd say.
Well, you've got like nothing to push against because like you can push the bike, but the bike pushes you. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't change much in the air.
So it's all done.
Yeah, it's all off the lip.
Off the lip.
Like you can move your bike probably 20 degrees with your body. Like so that helps. But yeah, I think it's like all the lip. And you know it off the lip. I know straight away. I go off the lip and I go, oh, I could have leant harder. I know straight away off the lip. And I go, oh, should have leant harder, you know. Like, like a whip off at Crankworks. I was like,
yeah, but you got a second at that, right?
I got second and every single, honestly, it's only until the last go that I got second.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
All or nothing on that last one.
Like the judges were like, dude, like, all good, like, cause like, calm down. And he was like, no, it's getting bigger. It was like, well, it's just like you come around too straight, you come back too straight, and then you know, could have gone bigger.
Right.
Could have gone way bigger.
Yeah.
You know.
So you want to come in a bit squiff, landing wise.
Yeah, like a touch. You know, if you're like coming in front wheel straight and like your back end's like still 20 degrees out, like that's mint. You know, but most time I'll come in and it'll be coming back like almost the other way. Sometimes, and you go, I should have leant harder. It's mad, like it's crazy. You don't really get that feeling on like small jumps at home or anything. It's like only when you go to like that size of jumps, and I assume like Darkfest is ridiculous.
Yeah,
like
different technique for wooden ramp or dirt or not same technique.
Nah, yeah, same technique. It's like it's kind of like you pump the lip, like lean back. Like I'm like leaning kind of like over my shoulder slightly, and like it is slightly. It's not like I'm not leaning like a flat spin or like a backflip or something. Do you know what I mean? But it's I don't know. It's pretty
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you agree with some of that, Ollie? Most of that.
Definitely. I just think about Jackson whipping that dream track jump. That jump is so good,
dude. He was pedaling so hard into that.
It does it both ways as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. It goes up and down both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, another factor as well is I think the weight of the rider and like your bike versus your wheels. So like younger kids, like small kids, that's why they're lent so much harder.
Okay.
Because you'll even notice, like, say, this is maybe it changes slightly, but say how fast your wheels are spinning at Darkfest. Even on the 90-foot jump, they're leaning quite a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas like a smaller jump, you're not leaning. Maybe you can get it sideways, but you're not leaning. Like a dirt jump. When you whip a dirt jump, You get it out 90 degrees. You're not like lent like this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Whereas like so I think like size of the human, like Camden. Have you seen that kid?
Yeah.
Unreal. We got like Harry the Beast as well.
Yeah, true.
His whips are really good as well, and he's really leany, isn't he?
Yeah.
He throws some like moto inspired
And
ones
it's,
as well, like
you know,
real
we
over his shoulder.
we won't be able to do a whip like that because we're too heavy compared to the bike.
Unless we really go on hardcore diet for the Crankworks whip.
Or we put lead all over our rims
Yeah.
and fill the inner tube with water.
Yeah, you could get heavy tyres, couldn't you?
Yeah, I wonder if
Sam
that
does, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Heavy tires. Yeah.
what Sam does for Darkfest.
Yeah.
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 Oh, true.
He was he's talked about it, how it makes a massive difference with whips and flips. I can't remember what he was talking about.
Yeah, or like stability, was
Stability,
it?
yeah,
I can't
you might be
remember. It was
right.
like-
No way.
Yeah, how the bike comes back and stuff.
That's crazy.
The casing of the tire and heavy inner
With
tubes.
like just whipping it, I can imagine is like insane.
Super
But imagine like
interesting.
doing like a brake tap with tires that heavy, you'd like go over the bars.
A bit like moto, isn't it?
I had to stop doing like brake taps in the air on Dream Track. It was like stopping my flips. Like, upside
Really?
down. It's crazy.
I have that horrible habit myself sometimes. Tapping the rear brake. Don't know why.
Yeah, I was tapping the front brake as well.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just like
yeah, I had that as
See
well
what
sometimes. Yeah,
it's horrible.
What, and flips on Dream Track?
Yeah,
Why were you doing that?
I don't know. I just got into like a weird habit.
Really? Yeah.
I'd like do a flip and you go, oh, it's too fast. Tap the rear brake, and then you'd like, as I was coming round for landing, I'd just like, as I spot the landing, I'd tap the front brake, just because I know it would like completely stop me.
wow.
And does it?
Yeah. It's
Mine
crazy.
aren't flipped. I'm just gonna.
But it's horrible. It's horrible.
It's just
I
a bad
wouldn't
habit.
recommend it. It's horrible. Like when you're going that fast where it actually makes difference. Like
I would say I'll
you
try
land
it,
and you
but
go
I'm not
like that.
going to.
Yeah, it's not good. But I can imagine, Darkfest, it's like
Yeah,
that
you
would be
feel it.
crazy. Tapping your brake.
You doing Goodwood Festival of Speed this year?
I hope so.
Nice.
I normally get asked like the week before, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I hope so.
Yeah.
It's good.
When
are
is
you
that?
come in?
Oh, I'd love to.
When is
hopefully.
it?
I don't know.
I gotta get my text to Travis.
Oh, I did know.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, soon, isn't it?
It's coming up. Oh, cool. We'll get the texted.
10th to 13th of July.
Oh, wow. Pretty soon. All right.
It's soon.
Oh, yeah. Didn't know that.
Ready to go.
Let's get some dirt jump practice in for the shows.
Yeah.
Rad.
I'm going to have to get my tricks back.
Yeah.
Who are you watching at the moment that's on your radar?
Who
I feel
am I
like
watching?
you're deep amongst it. Yeah. Who's like
Biking.
Yeah, who you watching who you watching biking?
To be honest, like, I think, the homies I've been spending time with in Queenstown, like, UK guys like Jim Monroe,
Yep.
killing it, Billy Spurway, actually Matteo, French guy, he's unreal, like, Chatel and Morjans and stuff.
Right.
Just rips like no one else, like. I think, I guess you just, I think maybe you admire the people around you. I think I've got a slight bias for that, I suppose. But something about, like, some of your mates, like, that you ride with in person, you know, seeing them on a day-to-day, you're just like, why are you going that fast? You know, like, I think that's, I don't know. I think that
It's a really
inspires
great
me, I
answer.
think.
Really great answer.
Alfie Hemming as well. Trails demon and absolute downhill demon as well. He's got it all. So yeah,
Some killer riders you're hanging out with for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was really blown away by. Obviously, I went to.
Dennis
Queenstown
Luffman. Forgot about that as well.
Who, sorry?
Dennis Luffman.
Oh yeah.
Now I've started mentioning him, I can't leave anyone out now. I'm like, oh god. But yeah,
Yeah, your generation does seem exciting, but I mean, going to Queenstown, I was really blown away by just all of it, the scale of it, how much riding there is. It's just unbelievable, isn't it?
oh dude, there's so many trails I've not even ridden. Like,
Really?
so many.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You end
And-
up living right there as well, so you straight out to ride.
Yeah, it's mental. Like, we lived on like Fern Hill and then Queenstown Hill. We lived on Fern Hill and we were opposite the car park for Dream Track in the first house, and then the second house, Queenstown Hill. There's like heaps of lomas up on the mountain. I didn't even ride any of them, but like Gorge was 10-minute ride away.
Oh,
so
can you talk to me about Gorge Road? Because as someone who likes trails, Gorge Road is just...
Dude, you didn't bring your jump bike when you...
I had 5 days.
Dude. Oh, man.
It hurt me. We went past and I walked around.
Yeah.
It's good though, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's like they're like, yeah, they're big. They're tall. They're like, they're taller than they look, I think, on the internet. I don't know. Did you think that when you were walking around?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just because my memory is like the older videos of like just like Red Bull Roaster and stuff. And they were like definitely small then. Like there's some photos around, but like they're really tall. Like every like lip and landings, like there's no like, oh, it'd be nice if this was a bit taller. Like they've made it tall.
Yeah.
Like it's like 8 foot lip, 9 foot landing, and it's like, but it's quite safe because of that.
Okay.
I think like case pads are all like 2 foot fat.
Yeah.
Landings are like real steep, but they're like just one gradient. Like, it doesn't curve away really quick, so you don't like land flat or feel like you land flat. So it's like
public, yeah.
Yeah, public,
yeah.
Public, complete public, which is insane. But it's like, it's kind of, I think they're like as safe as easy as they can possibly be of jumps that size.
Yeah.
So you go ride anywhere else that's that size, you're like, oh man, I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah.
So it's like even getting home, like riding some other dirt jumps, it's like, oh, I don't know, like you like maybe I'd ride twice as big as Gorge, but like they were so perfect.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Oh, it's interesting. I'd love to ride there one day. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks.
They just seem like that postcard location for trails.
Yeah.
Gorge Road.
Seems like one you've just got to do if you're into riding dirt jumps, trails.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's like a bucket list one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a shame it's so far away.
It's twice as far as I want to go. It's too far.
Dude, I forget how far away it is
It's
until
so
I get
far.
on the plane.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel that
Remember then, don't you?
What's that?
You remember then after the first flight.
Oh, yeah.
Got to do that again.
Yeah.
13 hours.
Literally.
So far.
Dude. 'Cause it doesn't feel like that different to home. Like everyone speaks the same language as you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
You know,
It's
feel
so
like
far.
it's so far. Yeah, it's so. But if it wasn't so far, then it would be like, it'd be cold, wouldn't it? And
Might
yeah,
be
I
ruined.
suppose, yeah.
You going back out?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I got one more year on my visa, so
Have you?
Nice.
yeah, might as well use it. I
Make
think.
the most of it.
Yeah.
Dude, where can people find you? How can they support you? What can they do?
Yeah, I got Instagram.
Great start.
PayPal.
PayPal, yeah. If you see me in the street, give me a tenner. I'll be stoked.
Or find some medicine and pay me to test it on me.
Yeah.
Not any medicine tested. Hit him up.
Right, it's DJ Zesty on Instagram,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's the one.
You got YouTube?
Nah, don't go on there.
Shouldn't have to.
No, don't do that. You can find it
Yeah.
somewhere.
So where will your edit live?
Probably in DMR's YouTube, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
DMR's YouTube. Excellent. Obviously, we'll keep people posted about that coming
Always
out.
a good place to be.
30th of May.
Yeah, 30th May. Well,
I think that's
premiere.
what it said. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's completely confirmed, but I think everyone's pretty
Let us know. We'll
close.
throw a link up as well, obviously,
Yeah.
for
Mean.
whatever tickets. However you're going to do it, I don't know.
Hyped
Yeah.
you
All
came
the
in.
things. Yeah, big
Yeah,
up.
man. Thanks for having me.
And love the hype, the positivity.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Always good,
I'm glad.
always good.
I'm glad. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
DJ Zesty, thanks for coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for
you.
listening, everyone.
That was loud.
Peace and love.
Like and subscribe.
All right.
Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better
Thanks,
than
dude.
normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here.
Yeah,
Click on the video on Olly's face.
that's right.
Click on the video on my face.
Yeah.
And follow us at The Ride Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm going to try and get this energy and I'm going to bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.